Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Going to be playing some Modern Warfare today. And kind of as we're doing that, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 worst injuries I've ever gotten for all the crazy stupid stuff I do. Especially when I was younger, I was constantly doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Rope swings over ravines, jumping into water from massive boulders, and throwing knives and bows and all the outdoors fun stuff. So, um, starting off, uh, so I guess I'll list some of them. So I've had a spear go through my knee. I've broken my arm when I fell from a tree and turned my arm into an S, like a dysfunctional looking S. Um, let's see here. I've cracked my skull open. I've almost cut my finger off. I've had 9 concussions. Yay. Um, let's see here. I cut the side of my hand down to my bone. I've burned all 10 fingers to the bone. I've had a massive splinter go through the side of my toe. Let's see here. A lot of stitches and whatnot. Um, I was riding a ripstick downhill once. I got too much speed. You know how like some like rock stars or like stereotypically people with a guitar on the stage or whatever, and they smash the guitar and then slide on their knees. Yeah, I did that for about like 100 feet on blacktop. I actually still have the scars from that. Let's see here. I had to have surgery on my hand once I broke it because I like did something with one of the uh like tendons or whatever, and so it had to be like stitched back. And bone chip had actually flown off of the main part of my hand and hardened somewhere else, which was severing the tendon. So, and it would have gone through my nerve also as well. Um, so I'd say definitely the worst one is my arm. Not necessarily even breaking it. What hurt more was when I had surgery and when I like what is going on here? When um I had to go and seriously fucking piece of shit. So, and they had to take the cast off, so that leaves my arm without any support right after surgery. So keep in mind they just stitched my tendons back together where they were supposed to be, and then my arm support collapses. That is the most pain I've ever felt in my life. Of all the stupid things I've done, burns, stabs, pokes, breaks, everything, that was the most excruciating pain I've felt in my life. Was my hand just went limp, and I've got a pretty high pain tolerance, but when that happened, I was white as a ghost. I was so pale, I was gonna pass out because I was in so much pain. So that was honestly like tons and tons of fun to deal with. My second worst one is probably gonna have to be one of the concussions I received in elementary school. Actually, I was playing soccer on the blacktop, and one of the other kids was playing football, and he started running one way like straight, and then I came in kind of um, perpendicular to that. So he was running. He checked behind him, see if anyone was tagging him because he was playing football, and I ran into his line of whatever while I was kicking the soccer ball. I was running towards the goal, and he sent me flying, and we bonked heads when we like met. But then I went flying, and I went flying like 4 feet backwards, and the first thing that hit the ground was my head. And so that was one of the worst concussions I've ever gotten. I was like constantly asking the same questions over and over again. Apparently, I only remember one or two things from that day. I remember being at the hospital, but I don't remember getting to the hospital. And my dad was traveling a lot at the time, so I was convinced that he was out of town, and I was pissed off because my mom would have to take care of me then, because we've got three other kids, me included, and so that's a lot when you got someone that who normally could be helping would be helping and is now like completely not able to function. So that was a lot of fun. The thing with concussions is you can't just sit there and not or like and sit and play video games or anything like that. You can't read, can't do schoolwork. You're literally supposed to just sit there and stare at the ceiling. I kid you not. That is what they tell you to do, and it is the most horrible, disgusting, just piece of crap recovery you could ever have for any injury. And I hate like physical therapy and all that. I'd rather do physical therapy than have to deal with like recovering from a concussion. So that was interesting. Let's see, third one here. Third one would probably have to be I want to say it's my knee when I put a spear through it. That was a lot of fun. We were actually on vacation at the time in Hilton Head, and when we were driving to the beach, we had to go through like this little forest area, and they actually had bamboo there, and I love using bamboo because it's one of the strongest materials that you can really use for anything. Rafts with it, spears with it, all this stuff. So I made a 3-prong spear, which is when you use a knife and there's an action called batoning, and you put the knife on top and you hit it through the wood or whatever it is, and it splits it in half. And then you can do a 4-prong, you can do a 3-prong. You generally don't want to do a 2-prong because that's not really productive, but the idea behind this is it gives you more surface area. So if, for example, if you're hunting fish and there's the refraction, they're slippery and all that, it gives you an easier time to try and actually hit them. So I made the incredibly dumb, stupid, retarded decision of trying to pole vault, if you know what pole vaulting is, with my spear. And so the end with the skewer went into the ground, and it was in sand. So once I did that, the pole came out of the sand and just went through my knee. It like slipped, and when I hit the ground, the pole, I was still holding on to it, so the force of my body weight was still pulling it into the ground, and it went through the side of my knee. And like one of the sides, the spear points that I had made, broke off into my knee. And then another part of it just like kept going, and then it didn't go through my toe, but it left a massive gash on my toe. So keep this in mind. We're at the beach. There's salt water and sand that are now just pouring into my massive bleeding wound. So that was a fun hospital visit. Tons of fun. Obviously not one of my one of my brightest moments. Kind of actually embarrassed about that one. Well, because I'm normally incredibly responsible with all these things, like having all these knives and having a bow. That's not something you joke around with. That's not something you play around with. You don't just go around swinging your knives and swords around or anything like that. They're weapons, they're tools, they're not toys. So that was pretty stupid of me, obviously. So that's, what was that, the third one? So then the fourth one, fourth worst one, I almost want to say the time, maybe one of my splinters, or no. So actually, third one, I cut my hand open with actually the side of a binder clip. So I had just had a buddy come over, we were working on a school project, and after, I was really into making mini crossbows. So one of the things you can do to make these tiny crossbows like popsicle sticks and such is you take like a binder clip, like a massive binder clip, and you cut it so it's just like a long piece of steel, and then you put holes in the sides so that you can like put the string in there, and then like you glue it to the popsicle sticks, and shoot this little bolt with this like a toothpick or whatever. So I cut it with tin snippers, right? So cutting this thin metal with tin snippers, and then put it on the workbench to drill the holes in the side. And as I was drilling the holes, it slipped out from under me because the metal caught in the drill bit and just started swirling it around like this massive X-Acto knife in a circle. It was literally as sharp as a razor blade, like an X-Acto knife, because of how it was cut and everything. It's like trying to tear up a, like the top to a can opener. You know, when you take the can opener and you use to open the can, there's that really sharp circular piece. It was like one of those, and so that went straight through the bone. Um, and so I ran upstairs, obviously panicking, and my mom's like, "Oh crap, you know, we got something on it to stop the bleeding." Actually, we had to put a tourniquet on there because we didn't know if it had hit like any major veins or nerves or anything like that. And so obviously, you know, freaking out, my parents took me to the hospital, and we had this poor kid had to have his mom come pick him up. And this was like 6th grade, by the way. And he had to have his mom come pick him up. And, you know, they got there, and he's like traumatized. He's like, he was bleeding so much. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I hope he's, you know, the mom's like, oh, I hope he's okay and everything. Meanwhile, I was at the hospital, and in order to put the stitches in, one of the things they do is they inject numbing fluid. And so this part's a bit graphic, be warned. When they do that, they inject the needle next to the wound, and then it will expand. When they inject the fluid, your skin expands under you. The fluid will expand your skin, and it is the most blood-searing, tearing, horrible, most disgusting pain you can ever feel. It is the most miserable thing. I've had it done twice to where I've had to have something like that happen, and it is the most excruciating thing ever. So that was a lot of fun. And then obviously I was actually about to throw up. I was so nauseous. I was so just completely sick with it that I I almost got sick. That would have been even more embarrassing. So there was that. That was fun. So I got the stitches, and I actually started wrestling that year. And obviously that wasn't so smart and didn't reopen or anything, but it did get infected and it got hot and inflamed, and yeah, that was not good, like whatsoever. Just really, really not good. I'm gonna try and get this thing Damascus. I almost said dark matter. So yeah, that was not good times. Not good times. That's for sure. So, see, that was the 4th worst one. So 4th. Oh, and the scary part about that one is that literally if it gets infected enough, I can lose my hand, which was incredibly scary to think about. So, yeah, there's that. Let me think here. So 5th worst injury I've gotten. Let's see here. I broke my hand. I broke my hand basically in the same place twice. I guess that was really... There's a lot of other ones I'm forgetting about that just didn't leave any scars or anything like that. Or at least not major ones like these other ones have. I'm trying to think. I think probably the second time I broke my hand. So the first time I broke my wrist, second time I broke my hand. We were playing soccer. It was a fall season. It was actually last year, I think. And we were in the tournament, and we had like easily not even exaggerating 30 plus shots on goal, and none of them went in. So last quarter, I'm in goal. I'm a great goalie. That's why I'm almost always in goal. And I'm like, I'm walking out. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be so pissed because I was ready for it. I was ready to go out and try and get these, goals and try and score and everything. Coach put me in goalie, and I was pretty pissed. It's like, dude, watch. I'm gonna let like one stupid shot in, and it's gonna like just ruin everything. Like I was convinced that one stupid goal was gonna lose everything, and lo and behold, they got one goal past me because I challenged too quickly. They just like it went right past me. I couldn't, flip my body over there to stop it fast enough, and so the goal went in. And I got so pissed, I started swinging my hands around, just like out of complete fury, and I actually punched the goalpost. I dented the metal goalpost and shattered the side of my hand. It's called a boxer's fracture. So that was fun. So, but it was interesting though, because, I was actually just about to start work, my first job then. So they were cool. They were like, okay, heal up and then come back. But it was interesting because, I had to have this stupid cast on. I hate casts. I hate casts so much. Oh my god, you have no idea. But it's the first cast I ever had when I broke my arm, was just this stupid piece of it literally wasn't even a cast. They literally weren't even gonna put a cast on it because they didn't want it to move or anything. So it was just basically they put splints on it, a bunch of cotton, and then wrapped a hard shell around it. It was disgusting. So there was that for the cast. But it was interesting because the last time I went to get x-rays for it, it was really interesting because we figured out that way my bones healed, it reinforced the side of my hand while trying to heal. So effectively, when I broke my hand, it made the side of my hand stronger. And you can actually feel that there is a physical difference. There is a thicker side of my hand, which is really cool. And it also was obviously freaky fast. I heal fast anyways, but me and my dad are Marvel fans, and we're just kind of joking around. It's like, freaking Wolverine, dude. It's like, I know. So that was really cool. He said he's only seen that one other time, and he's specific with arm and wrist and all that breaks. He actually did my surgery 4 or 5 years ago, and so we actually went back to the same guy because he was so good. And so yeah, that was really cool. It was either he'd seen it once or never before. I don't actually remember, but I know he was pretty shocked by it. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, that was that was an iffy one. And one of my buddies was always like, dude, how do you lose to a goalpost? Like, well, how do you win? He goes, don't punch it. Obviously. Shit. Just gotta get kills without attachments here. So, yeah, I've done a lot of stupid stuff. I've done a lot of fun stuff. I got the privilege. I've been very privileged. My grandparents, I've got family out west. And so every summer, and they're in Nevada near Lake Tahoe, and it is the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. Lake Tahoe is just straight snow melt, and they're surrounded by pine forest and granite. So literally the water's purified as it trickles down to the lake, and you can see, I kid you not, 60 feet straight down. It used to be more, but the water quality's been going down. And it is just it's just the most beautiful place ever. They've got there's almost all year round, there's almost always some snow on the tops of the mountains. It's like this massive bowl, basically. It's right next to Reno, and it is so much fun. They've got a boat, so we get to go water skiing. I've gone water skiing. I've gone wakeboarding. I've gone snowboarding when we went down there for Christmas. Out there for Christmas. I've gone tubing. So much fun tubing. Bouldering is so much fun. Underwater bouldering. All this awesome stuff, and it is just so much fun. I learned to ski out there. The first time we went out there was for Thanksgiving. They weren't even in that house. They've moved houses twice. But they were renting a place, and I learned how to ski in Nevada on the Sierra Nevada mountains. So that was a lot of fun. And by my second day there, I was doing all these little ramps and everything. I was 9. And basically the same thing happened with snowboarding. Normally it takes people a few days to not get knocked down their asses literally the entire day. But by the end of the first day, I was doing full runs without stopping, without falling. So that was really awesome. I was really happy I was able to pick it up faster, because we only had 3 days that we could actually be out there and and on the slopes and everything. So it was really nice to be able to do that. Please, okay, cool. So that was really cool. But one of the last times we went there over the summer, the the last day I think it was that we were on the water, and keep in mind this is snow melt, right? The entire lake. So I kid you not, the water's like 60-ish degrees. So I always tell people as a joke, but it's so true, that once your legs go numb, it's really not that bad. And I kid you not, it's literally, that's pretty accurate. Like, having your legs go numb makes it so that you can swim better. Um, without just being completely paralyzed in shock and cold. But like somehow, like the last day we were there, I was in the water in this little cove area that we stopped at when we were in the boat for like I was in the water for 2 hours, just swimming around, diving under, doing all this fun stuff, and it was awesome. It was so much fun. I've been able to do a lot of cool stuff. I also went mountain biking. That was a lot of fun on these massive trails where you've got these crazy jumps and all this you need to make, and if you don't, guess what? You've got like 100-foot drop next to you. Like, not even an exaggeration. It's on the side of a mountain. So that was a lot of fun. I love that. I love a lot of that thrill-seeking stuff. So that was really interesting. That was a lot of fun. So I'm very, very privileged in what I've gotten to do and all that. And especially when I was in Scouts, I actually ended up quitting Scouts, not because I wasn't up for it, but because they were so restrictive on the stuff they could do, because obviously it's like a safety hazard and they can get in trouble for it. But like I would constantly be setting up rope swings, constantly making like these torches that you can carry around, because if you use birch bark and use the method I talked about earlier with batoning, you can fit the birch wood in, or the birch bark, which has oils that increase burn time, and you put it in the torch, and it's effectively like an actual torch, and the flames don't go anywhere because it burns it all up and then just disintegrates, so you're not like dropping embers even. Actually, if I remember to, I'll put it in the video of me. I went camping with a buddy recently, and we did that exact same thing. We went on a hike to get tinder and just some firewood, see if we could find any fat wood in the little pine forest that they had. Forgot to bring my axe or even my hunting knife, so I couldn't even get to it, I was kind of ticked about, because there was a lot of fat wood there. But yeah, we found some tinder, and I found a bunch of birch bark, so I carved it out, and that was a lot of fun. So it's the first time I've been able to go camping in a while, which was nice. I was glad I was able to do it with my buddy. He doesn't get out a whole lot, so that was a lot of fun. Whoop. So, but I think I'm gonna. Oh crap. We'll finish. Yeah. I'm gonna try and finish this match out, and then we'll probably end the video. I'm probably gonna do like another like top 5 of my life or something like that, like top 5 best things or top 5 worst things. I don't know if that would be interesting or not, and I'll have to see how that turns out. And I'll probably hopefully, if I remember to, I'll do like an unlocking Obsidian video for the Rytec, the AX50, and the Car 98. And I've been slowly getting better at sniping. Obviously, this video was not a good example. I wasn't doing very well in sniping, just because I can't commentate and talk at the same time. But I don't know. I've slowly been getting clips. I've already hit like 3 or 4 like five-man heads. So, and then 1 quad head as well, which was it was beautiful. I fucking freaked out when I hit it too. It's like, holy shit! I wasn't actually recording. I just did the whole Xbox capture thing at the time. But oh frick. So, but yeah, just try and get a few more kills out of attachments here. It's so hard to aim while trying to spam the trigger like this. Reload here. See what I mean? Come on. Yes. Come here, buddy. Look at you. Look at you. You dog shit, dude. Get off the fucking head glitch. Like, little pussy boy. Oh, I should have hit a double XP token. Fuck. Oh well. Yeah, I'm now working 2 jobs, which is I don't know how that one will work out. I don't know how long I'll have both jobs, and we'll see. There's another 3 kill streak, sweet. Oh, how did I not hit him? Shot 2 shots, one went to the left, one to the right. Dang it. Do I need to hit like more crouching kills, I wonder? Or I think I'm pretty good with that. I don't know, I might not be. Probably not. I'm probably just wasting all this time. I could have been hitting a bunch of crouching kills, but oh, I just got faked. Bloody frickin' he was on a head glitch. I shot his head and I got a hit marker. Love it. Oh god. Ah! No, I was gonna hit more, dang it. Using an HDR in hardcore, bro. How desperate do you have to be? Oh god. That's awesome. Frick. If I could drop 100 and I didn't use double XP shit, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. They should let you use it in game. That doesn't make any sense. Like, obviously it won't count for the kills that you've gotten before that, but like past that, that'd be nice, at least. I don't know. I love the Fennec, dude. I love this thing so much. It's so nice. I used to play a lot of games like on mobile, and Vector was one of. Oh my god, he was actually laying there. Vector was one of my favorite guns in those games. So the fact that I can use it here, it's got a crazy fire rate, it melts, and there's like literally like almost no recoil. What are you doing? This little rodent. I don't know. Hopefully I can get like an Elgato soon or something like that with the new job. I might be able to get enough money for it. I'd love to do like rage dodges or something, because there's a lot of those. 91. What am I at? Oh, I'm gonna choke the fucking 100 bomb. Damn it, bro. There's a few times little kids weren't like fucking sitting on their asses behind something. I may have. Come on. Might be able to get it. But they're not making any points. Frick. Oh, I choked the 100. GG's. Oi, vey, mate. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. Like, subscribe, that crap. Peace, and that shit.